statements.
Nobody ever said that.
It's something simple.
Everybody in the Commonwealth can. Everybody in the Commonwealth can.
I will post them online. I don't have a problem with that. But Tonette has been starting this, and she has been arguing with John McLean, and she has not once came to look at the bank statements.
Anything else for finance?
Excuse me.
There's been enough theft in this borough. I am not going to give that information.
Oh, yes!
I didn't do anything. That was her. So I don't know.
Stop it!
I don't know why you jumping and throwing stuff at me.
It slipped out of my hand. I'm sorry.
I didn't even open my mouth.
I'm going to solve this problem
Damn it.
right now. It's 6:15.
Go ahead.
We're
Next.
going to meet with you with the original bank
Thank you. I'm
statement.
sorry to
Not a problem.
Just like you did with
Freddie?
the things that I showed Master. Remember the things I dropped off your house?
Yeah, and number 2.
Go ahead, Fred. Municipal report, you're next.
Municipal report. Here's what it is.
Massa wasn't finished.
You done, Massa?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Number 2, after that, we have to sit down and look at who all is bench signature. After that, the vice president has to.
Okay, what we'll do is we're going to come to have that meeting with Paula at 6:15 in her office or maybe in that back room. Can we do it in that back room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No problem.
At 6:15, we're going to go over everything. We're going to sit down with Paula, okay, and we're going to make our recommendations to Paula. And our recommendations are going to be the bosses telling the worker what we want. Okay?
I would just have a special finance meeting.
How come no one has ever said
Why don't we have a
anything?
special finance meeting and everybody
We're
can
discussing it
come?
right now publicly, like the state says for us to do.
We can have
But you
a
can
Fred, we can have a
special
special.
finance meeting and everybody can come.
There you go, all
And then what we'll do,
council.
after
We'll work
we
that
sit in
out.
Paula's office and get all prepped up. on
Why
what's
we
going
can't
on.
all see it?
Well, because then it has to be at 6:30 and we'll be screaming.
It doesn't
out
have to
at
be
each other.
6:30.
Can see it at any time you want, and you have refused to see it. You have refused to look at the
All right,
bills,
go ahead. Let's
refused
get
to
in.
look at the bank statements.
right.
Don't sit there and
get in.
play in the land of make-believe again.
All right,
Let's
Bob.
get into municipal services.
Why is it I have to be attacked every time I come?
Listen, tonight everybody's got to be quiet now. This is the time for ears, okay?
Go ahead.
We have this fellow from Suburban Waste who, at first, you know, I wanted to go with the cheapest and get the bids out again, okay? And then I started talking to him about his recycling and different things that he has, and I told him that he has to come and talk to the whole council.
Well, he can't do that in the middle of a bid, and
No,
we
no,
haven't
no,
picked
no.
one. He cannot talk to us
Yes,
in the middle.
He
This
can.
committee
He can
This
talk.
committee-
He
here's
can't
what I
change the
wanna do,
bid.
Tonette,
Just,
We haven't even seen the bid
here's
shit.
what I want to do.
Let the solicitor
He
talk.
can talk to you about the services he performs,
That's
what
right.
he's offering, and what he offered you in the bid. What he cannot say is, well, now that we have the bids in and you know that these 2 other people bid this price,
change the
I want to
numbers,
change my number
No, I
to
know
this
that.
price.
I've been involved in a few business deals.
go ahead, continue.
What I want to do is I want to give the public, I want to give everybody a shot at listening to him, because when I started listening to him about the tipping fees and how stuff like that gets raised, okay, a short-term contract, a long-term contract, and the percentage that he's recycling in Chester is about 30%, which will probably balance the price down a little bit. And also, he said his bid was a little bit higher because of the specifications from the lawyer of a 3-year bond for a performance bid. Is that what it was?
That's correct.
Okay.
I'll explain it to you.
Okay,
Yeah, let him have the
I
floor,
really
Fred.
Go ahead,
understand
sir.
that.
You can have the floor.
You can have the floor, sir.
I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, Colwyn, council. My name is David Dianos. I am the owner of Suburban Waste Services. We are the current service provider for Colwyn. I think on that platform alone, you know the service that you're getting as far as municipal solid waste collection is excellent. We were served with a bid specification, Madam Solicitor. The bid specification was a special one in that Colwyn was, in the bid specs, had a bonding requirement that required all participants to bond for the entire 3-year contract. B&L ignored that requirement by bidding just 1 year and no bidding year 2 and 3. What that allowed B&L to do, and it gave them the luxury of, is cutting costs that was saddled by the other responsible bidders by bidding 3 years. In plain language, The bonding for 3 years means that they have to take the entire contract value. So it's not just for the 9 months, it's for 9 months plus year 2 of 12 months plus year 3 of 12 months. And that bonding cost has to be compounded throughout the first year. So the first year contract is the most expensive because the bonding is 3 years.
Yes, you are.
That's the one issue that I had as far as being a participant. We are focused on recycling. Colwyn has not been an avid recycler. In fact, Colwyn's not participating in the municipal recycling program. We were saddled with the same issues in a few other boroughs, some of the larger boroughs, and one in particular, a city that shares some of the same economic hardships as Colwyn, is Chester. Chester is a Act 47 city, similar to Colwyn, had the same issues, didn't have the wherewithal, the financing to get the word out, to get recycling off the ground. Recycling was faltering. In fact, Chester, a year and a half ago, prior to Suburban taking over the contract, was recycling 2%. 2% of its total waste. They had no money for outreach. We're very good at outreach. We have a pedigree lineage in recycling. Suburban Waste Services was the first hauler in the eastern United States to offer single stream recycling collection. I know this because I was the first recycler. I invented single stream recycling here on the East Coast with Blue Mountain Recycling. So we had, yes, sir.
So when we start recycling, y'all be the one picking the recycle bins up and different types of stuff, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
We have, so not only do we understand the collection, we also understand what it takes to keep and maintain a recycling program. I personally was involved with the City of Philadelphia's recycling program back in 1999. Similar situation as Chester. Chester, they didn't have any money for outreach. We came up with single stream recycling that was resisted by City Council and the Mayor of the City of Philadelphia. They adopted single stream recycling in 2001, a year after I proposed it to City Council, through my company, Blue Mountain Recycling. Today, they lead the nation of the largest cities in the United States with a 29% recycling rate. They went from a 3% recycling rate with no outreach. We did that with two ways. We did that through a partnership of collection, and we also did that with a partnership of outreach. We developed videos to put on their website, which I have a copy of the video that I have specifically tailored for Suburban Waste Services that we could put on the website for Colwyn, and it's also on my website, suburbanwasteservices.com, that the residents can go and get educated. This is not just simply putting a sticker on a trash can. That does not get the word out to the residents of Colwyn. Yes, sir.
Can I ask you a question?
Certainly.
About recycling? I mean, you know, certain members on council have, stepped forward when it comes to recycling, including myself. And, you know, basically there's 3 things you got to do if you're going to have recycling in this town. You need education. Number 2, you need containers, and you need curbside pickup.
Yes.
So, I mean, who would be able to supply? We would have to get containers, right? Who would supply the containers, you or us?
The city of Chester,
Or the state?
Actually, Alden's the newest participant of recycling here
Right.
in Delaware County.
Okay.
Do not require containers. The residents would be glad to participate in a recycling program. It galvanizes.
I mean, would you put your recycling materials in with your regular trash, or would you separate it? I mean, you know, that's,
Recycling would be on a separate day. On a
right,
Wednesday.
Oh,
okay,
wow, that would be pretty
Yeah.
cool.
yeah,
I have did it
Put in your
before.
Also, what I did with
trash
Charlie-
bag.
Right, right,
So you have
yeah,
recycling pickup
right.
Wednesday, trash pickup
We
Thursday.
created
Okay.
an outreach program using calendars that explains the
Thank
dates
you.
of collection and also the materials collected.
So we get an extra day of trash pickup via recycling per week, so we'll have 3 pickups a week. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Exactly.
That's pretty, it's pretty amazing.
How long have you been involved with Suburban Waste?
3 years.
Because when we approached Suburban Waste 5 years, 5 years ago, they wouldn't do recycling at all.
And then
This is a new company, new
Evidently, it must
ownership.
be a new company. Is it a new company, what you're telling me?
Absolutely. I can't answer for what Suburban was doing 5 years ago. I wasn't participating with Suburban back
Okay,
then.
that's what I wanted to know, because at that time, we approached them, we asked them to do recycling, and they said it wasn't within their scope, they didn't do it.
Or then, I'm sorry, Mike. I was
Do
just
y'all
gonna.
have a separate vehicle that comes by and pick the recycle up? Or do it be the same trash truck?
Single stream recycling is unique in the fact that you can incorporate all materials together and it can be compacted.
Is this gonna be
So
extra?
you can use.
Yeah, that's.
I have a question, because when we went back to Suburban, when they started doing recycling, they wanted the recycling was a separate charge than for the trash and the pickup.
That's a good question.
And they were gonna charge us $15,000 more for the recycling. And I just wanted to know whether we were gonna be charged extra this time around
No charge for.
for the
charge.
recycling.
As per our response
see what,
with the bid.
can I explain what I thought when I looked at the original beautiful report that Paul did put together? Thank you for that report.
Welcome.
Okay, is the fact that I thought we were getting charged extra for recycling, but it was actually the bond money that made it look like it was extra. And with the tipping fees that we're gonna save, because I've heard a lot from on the other side of the table there about the tipping fees, and they thought it was high. Now, if we could do, they're looking at trying to do 30%. So that will offset the bulk trash that we have to pay, that he's charging us for the other guys. So
Okay.
it's looking
I
like
have
a
a
better
question,
deal.
though.
That's what it looks like to me. Not the deal I wanted at first.
I have a question though, but when we originally, and I thought all of us had agreed to this, one of the reasons our tipping fees are the way they are is because they will come and pick up Colwyn's trash
Along
first.
with Darby's
Then
rate,
they will go to Darby or Forecroft or Sharon Hill
combined barrels.
and another borough. And so before they go out to dump the trash, they done picked up more than us. The
Yeah.
reason we were getting charged, and if you didn't look at the tipping fees,
I seen it look
let me
like
finish,
it,
let me
but
finish,
I
let me
can't
finish,
now.
let me finish. If you don't look at them, they will charge you for the trash of someone else. I thought when we put it out, we asked that they pick up our trash and dump it, so we would have, that was part of what it was supposed to be. Am I wrong, Mike? Am I saying, I'm right, it was supposed to be just for us.
That's not what was agreed on. That
Yes, it
was
was.
never,
Yes, it-
that's not part of the
Yeah,
bid.
but that's what we asked for.
That's not,
Mike, did I not ask you?
Council,
What'd she say?
we invited this gentleman here from Suburban.
Right.
Okay, I did send an email requesting that we went with D&L because it was 9 months. Why wasn't anyone from that, can I finish my question? Why wasn't anyone from that company here to represent that company to tell us what they?
Because he was
offered us?
invited.
I invited him
Freddie
because
invited him.
he reached out to me to explain things to me, okay, which I think didn't only need to be explained to me. I thought it needed to be explained to the rest of the council in fairness.
We should have had
That's what I
everybody.
want to do in fairness.
Well, we should have
Don't
had
be fair.
everybody.
Darby's already in the.
He's
Borough
already here,
recycling.
okay,
Can I say something, please?
what needs to be waived?
Freddie, let him.
Go
All right,
ahead,
let
Mike.
the mayor speak.
What Mrs. Craig was trying to say about picking Colwyn up is this going to be picking up the other, you know, like Darby and stuff do before you dump the truck? You understand what I'm saying?
No, sir.
I'll explain to you. You pick up our trash first. What happened was, with our dumping fees, they would come to Colwyn, we're the smallest borough, they would pick up our trash, but they wouldn't go and dump it before they picked up another borough's. And in those years that they did that, we had to stay on top of our tipping fees because we were charged sometimes more than Sharon Hill or Darby. What we wanted is the people to come pick up our trash, dump it before they go out and pick up any other borough.
Another borough.
And that's what we asked for. And I remember, do you remember me asking for that to be put in there? Miss Williams, do you remember me? Miss Massey, do you remember me putting that in there?
I remember you talking to that, but I do want to ask is, if you do go to another borough, how do you decide, and this is a legitimate question coming from over there, how do you decide whose is who? Or you know, that's a key question I'm asking. If it was me, and I'm in the business, I would
can't do it.
They don't.
You
They say this much is for Colwyn, this much is for Sharon
I think
Hill.
they should let
this
him
much is
speak.
for because only reason I know this is because I've watched the tipping.
Can you answer that question, Dave? Can you answer that?
Okay.
Go ahead, thank you.
The trucks, when they go out, are empty. The blades are forward. The blade is actually like a gauge, a measuring for us. We know how much trash is from each barrel based on the blade that's in the truck. The blade moves a quarter of the truck, we know it's a quarter of a load. We also work very closely with the Delaware County Solid Waste Authority. They watch us like a hawk as well. And there's one thing that's guaranteed no matter who does your collection, unless it's somebody out of county. There's a benefit for dealing with somebody who's in county, whether it's B&L or Suburban or anybody who's in county. They're in county and they don't have to leave the county. When you're dealing with somebody outside the county, you're going to have to absorb all that cost of being, you're a very small borough. So you're going to have to absorb all that cost of one truck being dedicated for a small borough and then being dumped. That's why you have one of the bid participants so far off to the right side in pricing. Yes, ma'am.
The reason I'm asking you this is because we get every month when we get to the pile of tipping fees.
Yes, ma'am.
And for a while, no one was going through them. And then we started going through them, and I hear what you were saying. If that's what y'all been doing all the time, we have been overcharged with the tipping fees.
That's not accurate.
Yeah, we have.
No, we reconcile with the Delaware County Solid Waste Authority on a daily basis. with all the contract.
You said you've been here 3 years. We've had Suburban Waste now for almost 12. And I'm just saying, when the tipping fees come in, just like I can't say you're wrong, you can't say I'm wrong, because we've actually done that.
I can't answer for Suburban 5 years ago.
But,
Okay.
One question, please. I have a question. Now, in this trash pickup, what are you gonna do on Monday? You're gonna pick up what? Trash? Are you picking up all?
On the regularly scheduled trash pickup days, you will be picked up trash exactly how it's set out today.
Monday and Thursday.
Are you picking up bulk?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, we were told
Bulk is
from,
needed.
we were told by the tipping company, Delaware County, we were told they were not taking any more bulk trash. So where is that being?
TVs?
They take it.
No, they take bulk.
Couches?
That's erroneous.
They were the ones that sent us a letter.
Delaware County Solid Waste Authority takes bulk.
Yes.
Okay.
And they take it every Monday in Colwyn. Every Monday, they take bulk.
Can Martha finish?
Well, there's no letter of record anywhere that says that.
We work under strict
I
compliance.
understand, and I understand you've been picking up bulk. I'm just asking why was the letter sent to us then?
To give you a level of comfort, Suburban Waste Services is the largest collector of municipal solid waste in Delaware County, handling municipalities. We are under heavy scrutiny with Delaware County Solid Waste Authority, and I can assure you, whether it's bulk or solid waste that we're picking up from curbside, we're
Please ask
doing
her
it
to turn the
with
light off.
blessing.